I'm actually Scottish, you know. I'm born Scottish.
Scottish is the best place in the world.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It is.
Oh wow, was that a mockingbird?
find pretty weird as a British person. Number one, the fact that electric kettles aren't very common and that you either have to heat water in the microwave or on the stove. Oh, come on, America, speed up. Number two, the fact that on average it costs around $10,000 to have a baby.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
He is recreating while thousands of people are losing their jobs, losing their health care, losing their funding. This is a group of people who are totally supportive of standing.
Hey, honey. What 5-letter word?
PaperKit allows you to have a smooth experience free of bacteria. Here I'm using it together with a vending machine, but it can also be placed next to fast food restaurants, hospital beds. Buy yours now. PaperKit.
Welcome to the Nissan.
Can you believe that?
Which one?
What? What do you want, Lily? You've got food. I gave you food.
Ryan, don't. Ryan, don't. Ryan, that's a bad idea. Ryan, there's tools we can buy to do that. Stop it. Ryan,
What was Making the Royal Tenenbaums like? Because that is one of my favorite films of all
Well,
time.
it's a kind of a funny day today because today Gene Hackman passed away, who was the star of the Royal Tenenbaums. He would have gone home for it, although he didn't show up. But he was really good. Guy was really, really good.
What was he like? I never got to meet him.
Well, he was, you know.
2017, we are introducing an automatic version of that night.
I know exactly how she did that. My daughter would do the same thing. The key was in her pocket. Her jeans, she threw them on the floor. And she goes and walks and it's just purpled out. And you're going to show me another person. I'm going to yell.
One day after watching Dexter. 1 week after watching Dexter. 1 month after watching Dexter. 1 day after watching Dexter. 1 week after watching Dexter. 1 month after watching Dexter.
Freeze. Like, when did I even freeze? I need to be reading the comments a lot more often. Yeah, super weird, not weird. We're talking some pretty crazy, pretty real Illuminati ritual stuff. So I'm not surprised that I got frozen, was frozen, and I'm not surprised that this video is taken down. And I don't even know if this new video is up because I see, okay, hi. There are some people joining. All right, cool. If you guys who are joining now can like let everyone else know that I've hopped over and maybe share the link of the new video. Weird. Yeah, weird, some weird stuff, but once again, not surprised. Anyway, obviously my website is the place to go if these videos are taken down. So I don't know where I ended up or where I got frozen, but let's just say I tracked down the current situation, and there is still a lot of heavy suppression that is taking place within the Illuminati, but then also within like the Diddy tapes are all being suppressed, and there are still people within law enforcement that are suppressing the evidence. Let's just call it what it is, okay? They are suppressing the evidence. And there are many, many very high-ranking celebrities and Illuminati members who are sweating buckets right now, and they are leaving the country, and they are running for the hills, and they are scared, so scared. And you know what? I hope they are, because they have inflicted so much trauma and so much damage on so many innocent people that they should feel the same fear that those innocent people that they affected, really innocent children that they affected, should feel. Like, they should feel that, and it won't even compare. Whatever they go through, whatever sentence they go through, it won't even compare. So they're running, they're scared, the Illuminati is falling, not to mention they cannot recruit any new members, right? I mentioned this in the downfall of the Illuminati video and the Diddy video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on my website. And right now, you can't offer fame and riches to someone who has their own platform, who has access to their own community, to the world, through the internet. So they're really falling. Not only can they not keep their current members at bay and quiet, but they can't recruit new members in. So they're lacking the resources, they're lacking the control, and they're scattering. They're really running. There are a couple of more so political reptilian members who are like that. They're doubling down. They're battening down the hatches, and they're saying, we are staying and we are fighting, right? So we really do have a mix going on. Okay, so I want to mention a couple of other Illuminati rituals, okay, beyond just the black eye, the left black eye. Dyed blonde hair is a really good, and funny enough, I have dyed blonde hair, but we're talking about bleach blonde hair. Typically, you will find celebrities and musicians coming out of rehab. Typically, you will find them in rehab because they spoke out against the music industry, or they had some sort of off the script, off the cuff moment in front of media and cameras. the second someone strays from the script that they are given or the role that they are put in, they are immediately put into rehab. And funny enough, rehab is just a reprogramming. It's a version of MK Ultra programming. And instead of getting off of drugs, they are given a shit ton of drugs. And then, which is kind of a part of that brainwashing ritual, and then they will bleach their hair. So if you take a look at celebrities with bleached hair, and we're like Kanye, I remember Kanye getting out of rehab after him kind of losing it a little bit. I also hair, and we're like Kanye, I remember Kanye getting out of rehab after him kind of losing it a little bit. I also remember Eminem coming out with blonde hair. We're talking like bleached blonde hair. It's a ritual. It's a ritual, okay? And it's usually representing cleaning the slate. It represents MK Ultra programming. It represents wiping their mind. It represents mind control, all right? So go check that out. And also, if you Google Black Eye Club, you will see the members involved. You will see black eyes are not common things. You should not have a whole group of very rich and famous people walking around with a left black eye. It's not normal. Do not let them convince you it is. Same thing with the bleach blonde hair. It's just not, I mean, once again, okay, I've got.
It sucks to be wrong about what kind of art class you signed up for. But it's great to be wrong about Tinder, because a new relationship starts on Tinder every 3 seconds.
I love this group. This is for Patriots. I've been using so much of their stuff.
Boil some water, let it simmer, and you've got yourself a hot and comforting meal. It's like a good recipe for peace of mind.
Just made up a mash of lasagna, and we're going to feed the family here.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
No, literally, not only do they have a 25-year shelf life,
but all of the meals are delicious, filling, really easy to make.
Yeah, this is good. I want Patriots emergency power, food safety. This is food that works for me, not the other way around. And these are good meals.
let me tell you how delicious this smells. Oh my God, this is delicious. And I'm a picky eater.
Best tasting emergency food supply kit, and you're gonna love it.
This is so good. I don't feel like I'm eating survival food.
I just got my 3-month survival food kit from Fort Patriots. Oh, it's so good.
When I gave it to my kids, they liked it. They actually liked the mac and cheese. They liked the oatmeal.
Right, size food as well.
Yeah, you know what, I was shocked.
We're so happy to add these Fort Patriot.
Blonde hair, and yes, it's bleached or whatever, but not in this way. Please go check that out, okay? Be aware of that. The other rituals I want you to be aware of, right? Any award ceremonies, the Super Bowl, there's always Illuminati references. They're always, they've got the hand gestures, okay? I don't even want to do the hand gestures because they creep me out. And like, I don't even want to do them. It's just like an energy thing. Anyway, you know the hand gestures I'm talking about. Obviously clear signs that they are hailing Satan, which is their fake god. And that's just a part of the Illuminati. That's a part of the rituals, but really their Satan is the reptilians. And we're going to get there in a little bit. A couple of other things that I want you to be aware of with rituals. Men in dresses, okay? No, I'm not talking about like drag queens, okay? I'm not talking about a transgender. That's a whole other topic. And if you want to know my stance on transgenderism and sort of the conspiracies, but also the truth behind it, because there's light and dark in it, I have a couple of videos on the transgender agenda on my website once again. But yeah, men in dresses and also nudity, okay? Men in dresses and nudity and shaved heads. When you see women especially just with their head shaved, especially obviously celebrities and like influential people, those are all humiliation rituals. Those are rituals. Those are humiliation rituals. Those are public humiliation rituals. Have you noticed all of these women showing up in these naked dresses at these award ceremonies? It's a humiliation ritual. Nowadays, it's kind of cool to show up naked. It's actually been a trend. It just blows my mind. Not to mention plastic surgery. They literally indoctrinated us to believe that plastic surgery is normal so that they can get away with cloning their celebrities and then getting away with it because, oh, she got a facelift. It just blows my mind. Like, it's like so brilliant and yet so right in our faces. Like, you know what I mean? Wake up. Anyway, you guys probably know all of this. Let's go ahead and talk about the children for a second. And this is really horrifying. Why are children involved? Now, I have actually multiple videos on this. I have an agendas and conspiracy video bundle on my website. And I also have a reptilian bundle, video bundle on my website. Go check out both of those because I deep dive into these topics. It's so expansive that it's really hard to get into, you know, not one, but now 2 videos. So please go check those out if you're interested. If you are a member on the website, you have access to those videos. You do not need to purchase the bundles for $11, okay? So please just keep that in mind. Why are children involved? I have a whole child trafficking video that really explains it. But essentially, here, so I call it the karmic soul manipulation. What they are trying to do is create so much trauma in young children to then traumatize their soul, to loop them back into the karma of coming back to planet Earth. It sounds simple when I say it that way, but it is so deeply complex, and only those, especially those reptilians who understand karma, who understand the way that this planet works and giving consent and all of those things, because they understand the laws of the universe and what they are allowed and not allowed to do, they essentially find the loopholes. That's what they've done. They have found the loopholes. Not to mention that they specifically enjoy drinking the blood of the innocent, and they specifically enjoy.
Did you know that Amazon has a $50 million fund that they have to pay out every month? And here's how deep it gets cut.
Traumatizing the innocent. I'm not going to say too much about that because it's truly just so horrifying. Yeah, and I do want to mention that upcoming, so March 11th, my Galactic Federation Summit is actually going to be asking about the current trafficking situation, the current reptilian battle happening on planet Earth, and I'm also going to be asking about adrenochrome. I've never fully asked the Galactic Federation about adrenochrome. I've only ever observed these reptilian rituals from remote viewing, from afar. So I'm interested to sort of see where are the trafficked children and the trafficked people at around the world. Where is the whole adrenochrome ring at? Like, is that still happening? I know we've looked into it. After Queen Elizabeth died, a lot of that came to a halt because she was in control of a lot of that. Actually, we might want to ask Queen Elizabeth about these things. It'd be fascinating to tap into her. It's a whole thing. If you've been with me, you know the backstory, but it's a lot. Anyway, so that's going to come up on March 11th. That is that's coming up on my most recent Galactic Federation Summit. For those of you watching this long after, it'll be episode 3, season 2025, if you're interested in those things. Okay, and then I just want to mention too, so when the reptilians traumatize our soul in a sexual way, they suppress our sexual, they suppress and they taint our ability to connect to source through orgasm, and it's like a sexual suppression. And because of that, it affects every aspect of our lives. It affects our spirituality. It affects the length of life that we live, okay? Orgasm is just, I know it's like, now we're talking about sex, and like, I didn't really want to talk about sex, but orgasm is a way to connect to pure source energy. And when we orgasm, or we just tantra, which is we're able to basically breathe, connect to source through breath, and then onk that connection. So anyway, it's like a whole thing, but by tainting and making sex sexuality and orgasm impure. When you take away the purity of that, when you taint that connection, then you limit our connection to source. All right. So this is a whole very deep conspiracy that goes all the way to the beginning of humanity's creation. And I do have videos and interviews on that as well. So just literally go type in some keywords on my in my website, and you'll find those videos. But they want to suppress our connection to source. They want to taint our ability to, I mean, it sounds ridiculous, right? Like, it's just like literally sounds so ridiculous that they want to taint our ability to orgasm so that we're not as purely connected to source. But it's true. That is one of the ways that we can connect to source frequency, and they're tainting it. And if we've been a part of those sexual abuse rituals, those trafficking rituals in past lifetimes, you better believe that you're going to be tainted in this lifetime, even without any sort of trauma from this life. So it really does go deep, and it's very unfortunate, but we got to talk about it so that you're aware of it, so that we can heal it and clear it and hold space for the ones on the planet who need clearing and healing. Okay, 2 more questions I want to answer. What happens to an Illuminati member in the next life? I've never actually asked this question before, but I was curious, and I asked today when I was channeling for this video, and essentially they can choose to join again. So apparently, okay, based on what I saw today, once you are connected to the Illuminati or these like secret sort of deep state groups, shadow government type of groups, when you reincarnate into this planet, you will naturally be drawn into reconnecting with them. So I don't know, like, so you can choose to join again, but you're not forced to join again. So hopefully you've learned your lesson and you don't choose to join again. But it's interesting how those things follow you. Just like if you've had sexual abuse in a past life, it's going to follow you into this life until you've really healed it, right? Okay, and then last question that I wanted to answer is, are all Illuminati members reptilians? And the answer is no, absolutely not. Like, think about the Freemasons. Not all Freemasons are Illuminati members. Not all Illuminati members are reptilians. Not all Freemasons are reptilians. There are a lot of individuals who are connected to these secret shadowy groups that have no idea that all the groups are run by off-world entities, by reptilians, which I think is really fascinating. So I would say that, yeah, all of the big A-list celebrities, like, they've got a pretty good idea, but there's a lot of people going through a lot of indoctrination, MK Ultra programming, and these weird rituals that have no idea that the ones who are on top are not actually human. So you really have to be far up in the chain to understand that everything's being run by reptilian beings, which, once again, at a surface level sounds absolutely batshit crazy, but I am still holding out hope that one of these days we are going to see a full-on human celebrity shapeshift into a reptilian, and it's going to be caught. Like, I'm really putting this out there as like something that happens. I want to manifest this, that there's going to be so many cameras recording it live that they won't be able to suppress it enough, right? And this is why a lot of celebrities are not doing world tours anymore. You won't see them live doing events anymore because they cannot hold their form moving forward. If the world ended up finally seeing a human being shapeshift into this crazy, like, can't even, like, this 7-foot tall, scaly lizard person, dinosaur being, okay, we could finally have some really big changes and some real conversation about who are they, why are they here, why does it look like Justin Bieber, like, what is really happening, and who else is these beings, and where else have they been influencing us? We could finally all all around the world, every man, every woman, every child, every color, every race, every culture, every language, we could finally get behind one common enemy. And yes, I know not all reptilians are bad, and it's true, just like not all Pleiadians are love and light. Just because they look nice doesn't mean that they're good. Yeah, the ones who have been on this planet, we need to realize that we're not fighting humans, okay? We're not fighting each other. And I just think that would do it. That would shake it up. I would go from the craziest conspiracy theorist out there to a leading expert in the field overnight. And I'm holding out hope that that's going to happen. So let's just all end with that. And yeah, I'll have to figure out what happened in my other video, but I'm just glad that you guys all found this one and that you're here and you're open-minded enough to be like, yeah, that shit is crazy, but that it's really happening, and we need to be aware of it happening in order to not allow it to happen moving forward. We do not consent to this, and we are awakening through knowledge. We are empowering through knowledge, and we are fighting back to understanding, right? Have no fear, because they're falling and they're scared and they have every fucking reason to be. All right, guys, thank you all so much. I will see you in the next one.
Imagine a Berlin where our ice rink isn't just for winter fun, but a